YouTubers, Mike Martins here, Mike Martins channel. Toronto hits a multi-year record for new condos under construction. Put more supply on the market, it's just going to bring down prices even further. They've been fighting it as being a supply issue. There's not enough units to go around, and you have more than 100,000 empty units sitting there empty. And who knows how many are going to be foreclosed upon, and then bringing down the housing prices by putting up, and condo prices, sorry, let's just say condos. Stick with condos for now. Bringing down the condo prices even more by putting on more supply without the demand, because no one could afford to buy anything in Toronto right now. It's like 68% of your income goes towards shelter. Toronto real estate is about to get a whole lot of supply. Canada Mortgage and Housing Corporation, CMHC, numbers show that Toronto CMA is under the all-time high for homes under construction. Over 3 out of 4 of those units under constructions are condo apartments. Wow, 3 of the 4. So everyone's going for cheaper units for affordability. That's what it is, what it boils down to in the end. The number of condos under construction versus population increase ratio is almost 3 times as large it was in the early 1990s. Greater Toronto population growth. To appreciate Toronto's numbers, you really need some context on population growth. Toronto CMA had a population of 5,928,000 census 2016 between census 2011. 2016, the region has averaged a population of 68,995 per year. That sounds large, but it's a decline of 26.58% to the growth observed 5 years before that. The average household size was 2.7 in 2016, a minor downward revision from 2.8 census 2011. This city is showing healthy signs of growth, but not even close to the exceptions being set. Toronto now has over 70,000 new homes under construction. There's a whole lot of new homes under construction in the Toronto CMA and CMHC's latest updates show 70,709 units under construction in June 2018, an increase of 3.87 from last year. This is a peak. This is off-peak construction in March 2018 when it reached 72,344. That's an impressive amount of supply in the pipeline, especially in the context of population growth. Toronto housing units under construction. There it is there. Let's see how far back they go. They go back to the 90s. Then it dipped in the mid-90s. It picked up back in the 2000s. And they keep building. Hey, look at that. 16, 17, they went crazy during that anomaly. Then it dipped again. Most of the constructions are condo apartments. A vast majority of the construction are condo apartments. CMHC counts 55,939 apartments units under construction, the highest number since 2014. To understand just how many condos this is, we took back the condo bubble from 1990. The indisputable bubble saw a ratio of 1 unit under construction for every 3 people in the region gained. Today, we're at a ratio of 1 unit for every 1.2 people in the region expected to gain. Toronto condo units are under construction. There it is there. Holy Christ, that's a lot of apartments. Saying Toronto is building a lot of condos would be a huge understatement. Yes, most of the units have buyers that have placed deposits, but now many are ready to close on completion. So, how many are ready to close? That's the question. That's a really good question. That's a very good question. The sharp increase of private mortgage uses for closing shows it's a lot less than the market is likely anticipating. So, all this on the market. And then I think, yep, Canada has a subprime real estate problem. You just don't know it. I read this article for you guys. Borrowers versus subprime loans. And then it goes into subprime lending, private lenders, and all interest rates. I already read this one. Canada subprime market. So a subprime is when you can't go to your bank and get a good rate. So you have to go to a subprime mortgage lender, and the rates are usually a few percentage points higher. So it will be prime plus 5 usually, prime plus 4, depending on where you go. And the only problem is with this is that is the amount of empty units. A lot of the units that were bought with, let's just say, illegal money or investor money that disappeared, or people that just walked away. You're going to see a lot of problems coming this summer here, 2018, in Toronto, for sure in Toronto, because Toronto spiked up way too high, and it's going back to normal numbers. Now, with the amount of condos right now that are losing, you know, the condos are really hard to lose values, just like in Vancouver. The second they put the foreign buyers tax on, housing sales stagnated completely. Half the investors went to Seattle, the other half went to Toronto, and everybody that wanted to buy or wanted somewhere to live jumped on the cheaper units, which are the condos and townhomes. And then the condos and townhomes got bought up and gobbled up real quick. And this creates another inflationary bubble where people think that, oh wow, everyone's jumping towards condos, and then the prices go up, and a lot of people don't understand it's because of the only affordable means to live. So that's what's happening right now, guys. It's not looking good in a full spectrum of things. Things are really not looking good right now for Toronto, especially with the mass amount of inventory and the mass exodus of people leaving Toronto. Oh my God, the 401, the 400, the 410, the 427, it's a nightmare on those highways because everybody left the big cities and moved to the smaller towns, and now they're commuting to go into work every day. And it's an absolute nightmare to get into the Toronto proper. It's an absolute disaster. You're looking at hours to get somewhere now, when it realistically should take 30 to 40 minutes. I spoke to people that commute from Niagara Falls every day, or Niagara region, to go into Toronto every day, and they have no choice. So let me know what you guys think down below. Mass exodus of people leaving Toronto. How accurate is this? How, you know, the amount of young people leaving Toronto, moving out to the smaller towns is just phenomenal. The amount of people I spoke to when I was there last month, it was just incredible with the amount of just small towns booming because of this huge, great Toronto buyout. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thanks for watching.